Okay, today what I'm going to be doing is prepping our tomato bed. We've had tarps and cardboard down over the winter, and it's time to get things cleaned up so I can get it rototilled up and get it ready for planting. Well, I was going to show you some of the tilling and what I was doing there, but the wind was so strong the last couple of days, kept blowing the camera over. So I decided to chop that part out, and we will go right to this part, which we're going to be planting now. I've got our tomato beds all ready to go. We've got the landscape fabric down, try to control the weeds a bit, and then we're going to be putting some wood chips on top of it for mulch, just to hold everything down and hold the moisture in. We've got, last year we had 2 rows for the tomatoes. This year we've got 6 rows. We decided we use a lot of tomatoes, so we're going to plant some extras, and Sean's going to do a lot of canning, and we'll go from there. And then in the back here is going to be mostly flowers and whatnot to kind of spruce things up a bit. And then in the front here, I showed you a little earlier that the potatoes, and they are going strong. We've got 3 different varieties of potatoes. We've got German Butterballs, Purple Majesties, and Yukon Gold, and everything is coming up fantastic. I should say the tomatoes, we've got 3 different varieties of tomatoes. We've got Brandywines, lots of Brandywines. Let me show you those. Those are all going really well. And we've got some beefsteak, and we've got some cherry tomatoes, and we actually got some aromas too. They're just having a little harder time starting. And in between the tomatoes, we're going to be planting dill, marigolds, and basil. So we're going to kind of just smattering all the way through the tomato garden. And also I have tilled up our bean area and got some planted. The wind is just playing havoc out here, so I've got to find a better way to tie down this landscape fabric. And then we've got our onions up here in the front. We're going to be doing another row or 2 right in front here, just to kind of keep the onions going. We planted these, I believe it was last fall, so they're going really well. They made it through the freezes and everything like that. But I will show you what we're going to be doing planting our tomatoes, because we use eggs in the bottom of the hole to help give them some calcium and stuff like that. And I will show you that process here in just a second. Okay, the process we're going to do for planting all of our tomatoes is we're going to put an egg in the bottom of the hole when we dig it. First thing I'm going to do is burn a hole. I'll burn a hole in the fabric, not in the plant, and that way we can dig a hole. We'll just burn a little hole right here. Turn that flame off. We'll take our drill. Just like that. And we're going to take one of our eggs, crack it, throw everything right down in the hole. And as it decomposes down there, it's going to be feeding the tomato plants with a lot of calcium and other nutrients that it needs. And we do have plenty of eggs. Now, what we're planting here first is our cherry tomato. Pop it down in the hole. Put the dirt back down around it. Get off some of these lower leaves. There we go. And we'll bury them and compost them in. That's pretty much it there. And what we'll do is clip it up so it can start growing upwards. just like this. And there's that. And then we're going to repeat that process. We have probably about 30 plants or so that we're going to be putting in, and we'll show you it all when I get it all finished up. Well, there we have it for today. We've got all the tomatoes in the ground. We've got our dill. We've got marigolds. We're going to be adding some basil later on when they get hardened off. We've got a total of 28 tomatoes in the ground. We've got 3 marigolds and 5 big bunches of dill, and plenty more to come. We will be filling out the rest of the garden as we go along, and we will give you a tour when we get it all finished up. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you like it, please subscribe, share it, and we will see you in the next video.